Okay guys, we are back at 1628 VP, number 23 in the world. A little bit different layout for this guy. As you can see, lost a big 9 tanks. We're a long way removed from that 1 tank loss against Jason AK. You'll see he's got 9 ice, but only 3 are boosted, so that's functionally the same as a 6 ice boost base. You'll see here, if you've gotten this, recognize how most of the guys deploy their laser in the corner base. You'll see the shock launchers here are quite a bit different, as is the placement of the boom cannons, and the laser itself is much closer to the right side as opposed to a more central position. And it was a very good layout because to get to the laser I had to work through all 3 of these boom cannons, and that obviously cost me some tanks. Now you guys might be thinking, well, the laser doesn't really affect tanks, why not just leave it, and flare away from it. But the problem is, if you see that laser range, what the laser does affect are those medics. And as we saw the difference between Jason AK, I lost no medics and 1 tank. Against MX, when I lost 3 medics, that cost me quite a few tanks coming down. And even this attack here, you see how that laser just burns through those medics. So it's kind of like we need to get it down in a little bit of a medium hurry. I hate burning a shock on that laser, but maybe in hindsight, and I guess I'm talking to myself here, I want to emphasize that, might be worth might be worth the GBE to shock that laser once if it can preserve a medic or 2, because again, with just 5 medics, every one of them matters. Now, one thing from here, you guys pretty much can see how this is going to go. This tank ended up proving to be a little bit pesky, but I go with 6 boats of tanks, 1 boats of medics, 1 boats of rifles. Everyone who uses TRM will go 5 boats of tanks, 1 boat of medics, 1 boat of rifles. But there is that 8th boat. I have seen it done. I've even done it myself a little bit, where instead of a 6th boat of tanks, sometimes you bring a 2nd boat of medics, and sometimes you bring a 2nd boat of rifles. Now, because I have such a mega boost, I could conceivably get away with just 5 boats of tanks and then bring that extra thing of medics, because it's like, well, I've got so much troop damage already. Losing 3 tanks wouldn't be that titanic of a big deal, and with 10 medics, they're that much more likely to keep those tanks alive. Of course, the flip side of that is, because I have so much troop health, 5 medics should be able to keep that much 124% troop health alive. Now, as you saw there today, and I apologize for talking though, I used some GBE rather poorly there. I didn't save 1 shock for that final boom cannon in the corner, and that's why the tank losses were a little bit higher. I hate to say it though, I think I'm playing a little bit lazier now that, top players I kind of really focus in, which is what you should do. But then a guy like this, not in the top 20, but still running 9 ice 3 boosted, and it was kind of like I got a little lackadaisical, which is something I know the top guys don't do. I think my mega boost kind of brings me into a malaise, which is kind of suboptimal when you're playing against top players. So I'll try to work on that. If rain gets offline, there'll be 1 more today. Otherwise, guys, this will be it. But I believe we did 4. I believe this makes video 4 of the day. And again, hope you guys learned something from it. And I'm out.